Yes, please. Superintendent. Yes. All right, I'm gonna call this meeting to order. Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, Finance Committee meeting at 5:30. Adoption of the addendums. So moved by Michelle, second by myself. Any opposition? That motion passes. Approval of minutes of October 7th, 2025, Finance Committee meeting. Motion been made by Michelle, second by myself. Any opposition? Hearing none, the motion passes. New business, A, September 2025 financial report. Mr. Superintendent.
Good evening. You have in front of you our financial report. September 25th, summary in our general fund sales tax. Revenue received during the month of September. It included 4.3 million from MFP. That actual amount was $4,353,574. We distributed our one-time stipends, distributed October the 10th of 2025. Certified staff, that amount was 2,000, and our classified staff, that amount was 1,000, and that was money that was set aside. Those one-time stipends by the legislators came out of their budget. That is not a permanent pay raise as of yet. Hopefully that will be coming soon. That total amount was $2,513,821. Expenditures are approximately $200,000 more than the prior year. Our sales tax revenue received in September 2025, and those are the collections from our July 2025 collections, which increased $260,000 from the prior year. Our 1968 sales tax revenue had an overall increase of approximately $40,000, which is 7.83% more than our previous year. Our 1994 sales tax revenue had an overall increase of approximately $74,000, which is 9.39% more than our previous year. Our 2001 sales tax revenue had an overall increase of approximately $147,000, which is 9.39% more than the previous year. And of course, in our Object Code 500, it reflects the annual insurance payment for the 25-2026 school year. Also, there was an increase in our Johnny Roberts Boys Home Lending. Increase amount was $29,141 with a total of $35,302. Also, Green Oaks Detention Center, there was an increase in funding for that, which was $95,195 for a total of $115,319. On other notes, for our employees, for our upcoming next sales tax check will be distributed on Friday, November the 14th, 2025. Of course, you know that sales tax, certified and classified, that amount is evenly distributed across the board. That's the same amount for all of our employees, and that check will be distributed on Friday, November the 14th. The auditors made, no, I'm sorry, let me correct that. Sales that distribution is based on certified and classified. Let me make that correction. Well, I got hung on that one. My mistake. I do apologize. So certified amount is one amount, and classified amount is another amount. Forgive me for that. Our auditors are on our annual audit, our 24-25 audit. They began their first visits in the district. They started last week in our district, and that's called Redeemer on our 24-2025 audit. And that, Mr. Bear, is an overview of our financial report at this time.
Michelle, do you have any questions?
No question.
We have a question.
Yeah, I have a question related to the cashless system and why we only have one school that is using it. I see that Ruston, Washita Parish, they're almost completely cashless, And just wondering what the holdup is for our district, if we could get more details on that.
I'll be happy to respond, Board Member Hayline. All of our schools have been trained and all devices have been implemented to our schools in reference to our online electronic payment system. And I'm gonna ask also Ms. Howard can jump in as well. And we have encouraged all of our schools to maximize using our cashless system. But I want to remind us, you are the main one that a lot of times you speak about equity, making certain we're concerned about those marginalized communities. Well, every parent in our school system, many of them do not have access to banking systems. Many of our parents on certain parts of our community in San Juan, they don't bank. And they don't have cashless system, but we have implemented the system fully to all the schools and the schools.
It's not being used though. So here's the thing. I've been getting the runaround on this, as has the public. The audits every year have said we have to go completely cashless. Understanding people may still pay cash, but you want to have the majority of the systems set up. They are not. You can't, there's nothing being entered in any schools except for MLK online for a parent to pay fees online if they want to. That is absolutely true, and I'm not done speaking, thank you very much. If a teacher or an administrator or a bookkeeper at the school does not enter an item into the system, a parent cannot pay the fee online. So it has to be paid in person. So they can go up to the school and pay with a credit card or some system. But in terms of the online payment system, if you go in there and you look, there are schools that are 100% have nothing in there. Zero, I should say clarity. 0% of any of the fees are in there. So there are some schools where there's absolutely nothing, and that's the majority of our schools. So it's not even given the option to avoid either in-person or cash payment. And so we're not using that system as it's intended. We're not using it like it's being done in other districts. Other districts have the same problem where some people don't have banking, don't have apparently smartphones where they pay off their smartphone, don't have online services to pay. They have the same populations we do, but they're doing it. So I'm really concerned about why the resistance is there.
I'm not sure how it's, Ms. Lawrence not here, I'm not pretty sure should we be talking about that in the finance community.
We're collecting money every day in our system. So
I
it's
know what
related
you're
to
saying.
finances.
But it's not part of it. But
You know what? The board doesn't take it seriously. I'm the only one asking for it. That is
But I'm saying you can bring it up in your comments.
Fair prerogative, for sure.
Ms. Crutcher?
Good evening, thank you. I wanted to just ask, you mentioned that the insurance cost and sales tax 500, the other purchase services, that's the increase there. We've got a $3 million budget and we've spent roughly 2.2, that's the increase in insurance. Could you tell us, Ms. Howard, just from last, or 2 years ago, before we got all of our new buildings, what percentage increased in our insurance?
I know there was a average of 30% increase. I'm not 100% sure, but we can research that.
Well, that's the increase. May I ask another question, sir?
Go ahead.
You know, at the last meeting, we talked about, or y'all approved the funds, activity funds to go to, I guess, sponsors. Wasn't that for academics? The 27,000, it was a breakdown in your board meeting finances. Extracurricular.
Extracurricular, that's summer, extracurricular day for summer.
For summer.
For summer, yes, ma'am.
So is that only for?
That's for all extracurricular.
Anybody? Because I was
Whether
wondering.
it's cheer, and athletics.
What if there's an academic club that meets, is that incorporated in that?
If it's extracurricular,
If
in the
it's
summer, yes,
extracurricular?
ma'am.
Because I wanted to several people had asked me about, when y'all were talking about that, they have academic sponsorships, but possibly before school and not after school. Would they still qualify?
Well, is that during the summertime?
No, during the school year.
During the school year, yes, they do.
And I did a little research to see that Title IV, it's for well-rounded education for everybody through courses, materials, and fee relief. And we can pay stipends through that.
Excuse me, Ms. Crutcher,
Yes.
you're talking about something that's not, what are you talking about? I mean, it's not on the agenda.
We're talking about
Well,
finance.
all of those,
The
all of those,
funding,
all of
Title
those
IV.
sponsorships, all of those sponsorships, just like athletics.
Yeah.
We do fund and we do pay those items, those club sponsors and those.
Oh,
sponsorships.
And I feel sure you do.
And we had to get some clarity, because there was a particular school that asked about that, and we clarified that, and yes, they are.
So I just want to make sure all of our principals are aware,
They are aware.
and their teachers, that they can get.
As with the cashless system, they have all been trained, they've all been aware, they all been encouraged to utilize those systems.
Yeah.
With that summer stipend, as a principal, the principal has that advance of money, and they are to distribute that and make certain through the timesheet process that they ensure that money is distributed to all of those activities and all those clubs.
Right. And may I have one, it is finance. I know that looking at all of our federal dollars here, a lot of them have increased. I know they weren't there in the beginning when Ms. Howard did this. Will we have a budget revision by, say, December, which is halfway through, so that you, say, for instance, your Title I, they carried over 5 million, so now it's up to 12?
You have, and I want to tell you, you have made it apparently clear, and we have looked at it, we have discussed it. When those revisions come, we will give those quality updates.
Okay, thank you very much. Sure, I mean,
All right, thank you, Ms. Crutcher.
thank you.
Hearing anything else, we're gonna motion to adjourn. Motion been made and seconded by myself. We adjourn. Thank y'all for coming.